There's a few inevitable truths to life. Number one, if you're a statue collector, there's always going to be a ton of amazing Harley Quinn statues to choose from. Number two, that ninth Long Island iced tea is always a mistake. And last but not least, if you live long enough, you will always end up being wrong. For example, a while ago, I reviewed this 1/3 scale, comic-based Harley Quinn statue from Prime One Studio. During that review, I said, hey, this is the best Harley Quinn statue ever. Then I had the opportunity to pick up this 1/3 scale, comic-based Harley Quinn statue from Iron Studios. And now I don't know if the Prime One is the best ever. We're going to review this statue today because it is probably, like me, a huge underdog that you didn't see coming. All right, that's not like me at all, but she is one. As the Extreme channel is pushing towards 50,000 subscribers, these are just a few of the statues we are giving away on the journey there. If you want to know how to win one, stay tuned for later in the video. Hey, thanks for tuning into the Extreme channel. My name is Mr. X. We review high-end collectibles, and we have a $1,000 Harley Quinn statue from Iron Studios. Now, as I said in the intro, there are tons of different Harley Quinn statues to choose from. On top of that Prime One Studio, I've actually owned this one from Sideshow Collectibles. It's a smaller scale. It's quarter scale as opposed to 1/3 scale. But there's about 3 or 4 other really popular licensed Harley Quinn statues in this larger scale. And now that we have Joker 2 coming out with Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn, which I am extremely ecstatic for, I'm betting we're going to see that in statue form coming up. I was actually choosing between 2 statues from Iron Studios. One was this, and the other is their Joaquin Phoenix Joker 1/3 scale statue. But I didn't get that because I already have a Prime One Studio, and I'm so glad I got her. I wasn't super keen, but I wanted to see her in person. And when I opened the box, as a spoiler, I was really blown away. Like I said, I thought that maybe this was going to be subpar. I thought maybe I'd even put it right back in the box after because I already own that 1/3 scale Harley Quinn. But now I'm struggling with, do I keep both? Or if not, do I keep one? And this one might be the one I keep. I'm not sure. I'm going to figure that out down the road. Today we're going to do a detailed review on her, but also stay tuned because in a few weeks we're going to do a comparison video between the two. You don't want to miss that, so make sure you've not only liked this video, but you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification. But for now, let's jump into this, starting with concept. And I think one of the reasons Harley Quinn is so popular as a statue is obviously not only is she the quintessential sidekick, or used to be the quintessential sidekick to the ultimate DC villain Joker, but she's fun to do statues of because of her personality and her character, and they really encompassed all of that in here. Let's start at the bottom. So on the bottom, you have this wooden base. It's kind of generic, but it's pretty detailed as well, which I like that. There's some light-up features around it, very circus-like, clown-like almost, if you will, and we're going to look at the light-up features later. Then you have all these nostalgic ties to Harley Quinn, everything she loves. You have a comic-based hyena, Bruce. This looks more like a stuffed animal than the actual hyena. One thing about this, it's very cartoony, comic-based, and you can see that also with the giant bomb in the front. And then as you move up, some more quintessential Harley stuff. There's a roller derby gear outfit on, not only the skates. What I really like about this concept, she's actually sitting on a Joker springy chair. Again, another comical part of Harley because that's her personality. She's crazy, she's comical, she's maniacal. And then you see her quintessential hammer in her left hand resting. And as you move up even farther, there's going to be a number of portraits we look at. But she has her quintessential bat, her 2 primary weapons, which I love, her pigtails. And again, different portraits we're going to look at. I love this concept. I think it's fantastic. I give it a 5 out of 5 because not only is it a little bit different, she's actually not even standing, she's sitting, yet she's suspended in air. 2, has all those Easter eggs to Harley, from Joker to the hyenas to the bat, roller derby, the mallet. So really 5 out of 5 on the concept. I love what they did. Now, design is also equally impressive. While it doesn't have as many display options as some of the other Harley Quinn statues, there are some good ones, and we'll look at those after the unboxing and assembly. Pretty manageable box for a 1/3. Now, it did have an art box. I didn't actually take it out. I only looked at the top. And Iron Studios does both straps and tape on their foam. So it was 2 layers. Here's the first layer. Tons of padding. They packed everything extremely well. Almost made me worried, did they have a lot of breakages in other ones, but mine was in absolutely perfect condition. Here is the second layer. Again, everything packed fantastic. I'm going to measure her really quick. And I'm really trying to stay away from things that will compare her to the other statue, because again, that'll be a separate video. But the widest part with these light bulbs coming out is about 17 inches. The deepest part is about 13 inches, a little bit more. For exact dimensions, check out Iron Studio's website. There's actually a link in the description of this video where you can purchase this. And the tallest part with this portrait is just under 27 inches. So one thing I really like about that is the fact she's pretty displayable from a size standpoint for a 1/3 scale statue. Now I said from this portrait because there's multiple portraits. So let's look at all those. First, one with her roller derby helmet on and the paint on the face, her tongue out. This is probably my favorite, not only because it's unique, but it's done really well, as all of them are. Then the next one is her without the helmet on, just kind of smiling. Again, done very well. Probably my least favorite, though. But one thing I love about this statue, they have the quintessential Harley Quinn in the clown outfit for the other one, and she's making a kissy face. Very comic vibe to this. I love it. Now, while there aren't any other switch outs for the arms, which I'm okay with on this one because I love her quintessential weapons, there is a light up feature. So here's a picture of the bulbs not lit up, and then here's some video of it lit up. It actually fades in and out, so it's a moving light up feature, which I kind of like. It connects on the back and does have a power button. It connects via USB. They do supply the USB and the plug. A little bit of a miss, though. It's only a 3-footer. I think statues really need to go in 6 feet. Also, a lot of people, the display lighting they use isn't USB, so it does complicate it a little bit. Now you saw the assembly. It's great how she's really suspended in air. So the weight management and the physics of this are actually really impressive in my opinion. No nasty seams or anything of that nature. So the design, I give them props. There's a lot going on. It all fits really well. Joker does have a little bit of movement to him right and left, simply so you can seat her into Joker, which again was a smart move. Also, the bat is pretty light. As you see, it's not resting on her shoulder or anything. And as a side note, I absolutely love the batarangs in the bat. I think that's a fantastic addition. So really, I have to give the design a 5 out of 5. I love it. Paint and sculpt. This is going to be a tough one because Iron Studios, I've owned so many different Iron Studios pieces in the past. I've never had any of their 1/3s on the table, but they did a pretty damn good job. Check it out. So we're going to look at all 3 portraits because I think they're considerably different, but let's start with the base. So I love the wood on this, and you're going to see that on the bat and the mallet as well. But look, it looks like real wood, not only with the grain, but the different flavors of brown and black that they use. You can see some knots in the wood. This is really, really well done. Quite possibly the best wood, and there's definitely some jokes in there, I've seen on a statue. Now the rivets look great in the metal around it. I'm not as impressed as I am with the wood, but I still think it's done really well. The fact that they use these clear bulbs, and then just so you know, there's a orange filter on the inside of each of these to kind of give it that orange effect you saw, I think is decent. Let's look at the mallet. Again, same comments about the wood. It does give you a little too much of, there's so many jokes here. It gives you a little too much of the wood, but I think it's fine, especially since it's in the back. Then take a look at the wrappings on it. I like the texture and the detail in them. They really look like they're actual fabric and not sculpted. So this has a lot of realism to it. And then you get to some comic aspects. So the hyena Bruce right here, I think they did a great job. You can't determine if this is supposed to be a fluff toy or a fur, and I kind of like that. I mean, they've done such a good job on the coloring and the sculpt. But then at the front, very comical. Really, you know, looks more like a toy. Same thing with the bomb and the fuse right here. We're going to save Harley for last, but I like the Joker too. So obviously this is kind of a spring seat, very, you know, funny, playful, like a playground. And they did a great job. I like how it's dirty, yet there's kind of this ceramic feel to it. And you see that on the purple of Joker himself. She's sitting on the back. His coattails are riding up. Then you have the playfulness of the spring, reminds you of a playground. Good mix in the coloring there. But they did a really nice job on Harley. So first, I think the anatomy is done really well, and there's so much detail sculpted into her outfit. I mean, look at her skates right here. You can see the writing on the skates, and they have a little bit of dirt like real skates would. And then the buckles with the hearts, the straps, the laces, fully sculpted, look really good. Few folds in the actual material. Then her socks riding all the way up. These look like real socks, pretty impressive. I like the skin tone they used as well, and they didn't she's not she's not too buff. Easy way to say it. Same thing with her chest. I'm glad they didn't go too big on that. Her jacket looks great. So this is a little bit of a mixed media, more of a movement right there, but look at the leather belt, how it falls down. I think that's really impressive. Her jacket flowing in the wind with her initials on the back looks great. There's some black shadowing to really add to that. Plus, again, you see all the folds in her sleeves. Check out the bat with the batarangs in it. Look really nice. Again, some wrappings on the hilt of the bat. Her gloves and hands are done really well. So much detail though. Like, you know, she knows she's about hearts. You have the hearts there. You have the hearts on the front by the belt. You saw that. The keys. The zipper on the jacket. With that, let's get to the portraits. So this first one, let's look at her hair, which is similar on two of them. Great individual strands, and then the color that goes to the traditional, you know, off blue and red look fantastic. I love the shine of the helmet. And the hearts, the glasses, also hearts, a little bit of translucency to them. Her portrait looks great, so you can see she does have makeup on, the white clown makeup. One of her eyes is actually closed, or maybe it's a black eye. A little bit of paint. I love the detail in the mouth right here. A little too glistening for me, but nothing I can't get over. And again, I like this one because it's different. So here's her normal portrait. Her hair very similar to this one. But with that, I think it's a very nice job. Her tongue takes up a little too much room in her mouth. Again, I'm sure there's another joke there. Yeah, but probably my least favorite. It would have been nice if they had bust displays for these. But then the fact they added the traditional Harley Quinn is fantastic. She's kissing, very smart ass. Even the puffballs on the end look really good. A few creases in the actual clown uniform. It's pretty damn impressive. I really, really like this one. Paint, we're going to start with that. It's almost flawless. I think it's a 5 out of 5. I did not expect that at all. With the sculpt, the details in the base, the wood especially, like I said, the costume looks great. I think it's a strong 4 out of 5. You could make an argument for a 5 out of 5, I think, as well. So is this one worth it? You know, 1/3 scale going prices nowadays are about $1,200. For a statue like this, all the way up to $2,000. This is on the bottom range of that at $1,200, $1,199, with a very small edition size, considerably, at 450. They only made 450 of these. It's March Madness. I think that's a pretty good value. However, you do have to factor in two other things. One, there's a lot of competition for Harley Quinn statues in this scale and other scales. And not only is there a lot of competition, a lot of the competition is really good. Two, this is still available. So if you want to pick this up, there's actually a link in the description below. You can grab her from Iron Studios. And then farther down, there's also other ways to buy statues. You can get her from Sideshow if you prefer as well. But I think the value's strong. I think it's a 4 out of 5. Now, usually I set the value based off resale value, but I just think $1,200 for everything you get here, the additional 2 portraits, the light-up feature for a really good statue, is a great deal. Now, does she have the X factor? Is she a 5 out of 5? I was thinking she was going to be at best a 3 out of 5 based off pictures. Now that I have her in person, I think she's a 5 out of 5. This could be the Harley I want in my collection. I don't know, though. I really want to see the other Harley put next to her. So I'm going to film that actually right after this. But it'll be interesting to find out for sure. I think Iron Studios did a fantastic job on this. Really, really cool piece. What do you guys think? Is she the best one out there? Which one do you like best? There's so many different options. And are you excited about Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn? Throw that down in the comments below. I love to interact with you. Plus, that could win you a statue. We will be giving all of these statues away, plus additional ones, at every 5,000 subscriber milestone. To win one of these statues, all you have to do is make sure you've liked this video, you've subscribed to the channel, you've hit that bell notification, and then just drop a comment below. Every 5,000 subscriber milestone, we are going to do a random drawing and pick a random comment and give one of these statues away, plus some additional ones I'm not showing right now. The more videos you comment on, the higher your chances are to win. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in, Iron Studios. I really appreciate this as well. Fantastic job on it. If you like this, give it a like. Check it out below. And if you don't like it, give it a like anyway, because it makes me feel better. Take care.